Hey, it's Kenley, the Gulf Coast Ballin, the Panhandle Pro from Pensacola, Florida, and we are back with another episode of the Smoke Screen. I got the whole crew with me. As you know, next to me is B. Next to her is Tip, the bartender. Please put the chain in the mason jar when you get a drink. And under me is Cara, and next to her is Rose. How are y'all doing?
Pretty good. How
Good,
are
good. How are
you?
you?
Oh man, feeling good, feeling good. What
That's
is the
good.
strain of the day? That's what I'm feeling.
So what I got over here
I'm
is
smoking.
a little bit of fritters, ground flour,
Mm.
and it coming in at 18.8%. It is
Mhm.
a hybrid.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, it's ground pretty finely, so I don't like that, but it smokes okay and it tastes pretty good. But I mixed
Mm.
it with some Jelly Dog Smalls or Jelly Dog, which is also a hybrid. It come in at 21.01%.
Mm.
And it helps it. It helps it. It helps it. I'm gonna
I
smoke
bet
it
it
because
do.
I
I was
bought
gonna
it. But
ask you
yeah,
about the fritters because I got that and I didn't care for that too much. The
yeah, it's
fritters.
Yeah.
ground. I don't think I'm gonna get it again, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mix it up with stuff, and it's gonna get smoked.
Hell yeah.
What didn't you like about it?
I don't know. It didn't give me enough effect. It wasn't like I was pain free. I wasn't super high. I wasn't, I was just midline. I guess it is a habit, but I feel like mine was whole flour,
Hmm.
and
Oh, okay.
it says it may be just a different, a different one, but man, it didn't do what I needed it to do. Basically,
Um,
Okay. Okay.
that's the right
Well,
shit because that's why they have multiple strains. I just find something else I like.
straight up. Or we could just go get something to drink. One thing, my homes one time for Big Troy, he always told me, there's no such thing as a bad batch of liquor.
hey.
That's right.
You don't, it don't never be a bad batch. When you that bottle, it's never a bad batch. So we gonna go get something from the bar. What you got for me?
Yeah.
It's just something real simple. I'm sure a lot of y'all had it before. It's old margarita, but I put a little twist. I put a little blue carousel in here. I put a little Sprite. Got a new flavor called cherry lime. It's good. I
Yeah,
put some of that
chill.
in
Mmm.
too.
Hmm.
Good to me. Good to me.
Okay. Okay.
You like that
Uh,
Sprite?
Yeah, it tastes like a cherry icy that's melted down to me.
Yeah, yeah. The
Like
cherry is
a
very
icy.
forefront. Hmm.
Yeah.
I got some of them. They're pretty good.
I don't like cherry.
oh
Who wouldn't
You
yeah,
like
like
them
them?
well, if you like ices, you might like it.
flavor sprites brings me back to my lean sipping days.
Oh,
Oh. No, it's just regular Sprite for
Ooh.
me.
Oh, don't do drugs. All right.
Lee.
please
Today,
don't.
one love,
The ganja.
one.
Hey.
Let's get
Get
together
together,
and feel
feel
alright.
alright.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Know what we were saying.
One love.
You didn't know what we were saying.
I was
Oh.
My-
I got a little lost. I
I
was like,
gotta pay
what we
attention to
singing?
it,
What's
Carver. I
happening?
thought I heard her say that.
Yep. I was like, take it. What
Go
is it?
ahead.
I had to get to the chorus and then I was like, oh, I got it.
the the national
Love you.
treasure, Bob Marley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
May he rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
May he rest in
Yeah.
peace.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all of the Marleys, the Marley family that's continuing
Yes.
on the
Yeah.
legacy, all the kids, all the bloodline that's out there one time for
Yes.
y'all. Appreciate y'all making this movie
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
Whose pick was this?
This is my pick. I saw it. I mean, we're all familiar with Bob Marley, and this is the first like official biopic that I'm familiar with. So I wanted to
Mm.
see it. I want to know. I didn't know there were others that I know of right now.
In hindsight,
Right? Yeah. So I was excited to see this, and that's on my is my pick.
that's it.
Uh,
Motion picture.
right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Hmm.
Hmm.
All right, let's get right into it. What did we like about this movie?
So I am a Bob Marley fan. Let's just say the soundtrack is everything. Let's start
Of
there.
course.
Um, and I didn't realize how many of his songs that I actually know and
Yeah.
love. So that was very pleasing to me. Um, Lashana Lynch, she's so beautiful.
Oh my
She's
God,
so
yes.
beautiful. I
Oh,
got eyebrow envy. I think she kills every role she's in. I think she's just gorgeous.
yeah.
And I will watch a movie because of her, for sure.
Just
Okay.
because of her.
Just because of her.
That's it.
And Rita was a force in this movie. And I
Mhm.
wanted more of Rita. I wouldn't mind seeing a movie about Rita all by herself.
Come on, gotta
Okay.
have
Yeah,
cowbell.
I
Come
wouldn't mind that at all.
on.
Yeah, this was good. Oh, the clothes, the outfits they had her in.
Woo.
Oh, they were designed and tailored so well, and they just looked so good on her. And yeah, and her hair was gorgeous. It was,
Mhm.
yeah, all of that.
All the things.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed the storyline of it because I don't know what I was expecting going into it. But it was more of a love story, and I like that. You know, it was a really cute movie, so I enjoyed the storyline of it.
Um, I liked the movie. I liked the interactions, like Tiffany said, the storyline, like the way it played out. Um, we'll get to the other part, but I yeah.
Oh,
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's it, yeah.
that's it.
Okay.
That's all she got,
That's
bro.
all I
You know, we got some opinions we ready to share. Ready
Yeah.
That's
to
all.
share.
That's all. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to be quick then. Okay, LaShonda Lynch.
Yeah.
Hello, goodbye. I love her. I love to see her face. I love how versatile she is in her acting. She was nothing short of phenomenal in this movie. And like B said, I needed more cowbell. I needed more of her. That's another segment. So and how you get shot and your locks stop the bullet.
Yes. Oh yes.
Yes.
Thank
Superwoman.
you.
Come on,
Say
Rita.
it.
That
Say
doggy.
it.
That
That's a
doggy, Rita.
movie. Yeah.
That is a
Superwoman.
superpower. That's
That's
a
my
literal
favorite.
So
superpower.
That's my
magical to
favorite.
me.
She is a
Yeah.
superwoman. And then I just one line from the movie. Rita, of course, it comes from her, and she was talking to Bob, and she was telling him, "You swim in pollution, you get polluted."
Mm.
And
Mm.
you know,
So simple.
Mm.
yeah, so simple but so resonating. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
just it hit, and I just everything about her I just like. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if we can dig a little deeper. What didn't we like about this movie?
So I felt like they really skimmed over so much. I felt like it was too short. I wanted more. I wanted more meat and potatoes. Take me into their life and their struggles. And really, I wanted more than the at the end, of course, they tell you, they write little, blurbs to tell you what
Mm.
happened
Mm. The
after the
sport.
end of that particular movie. How about y'all show me that? Let me watch the actors act
Yeah.
this
Such a
out. That's much. I mean, I like to read. I enjoy that. But if you're gonna show me a movie, show me a movie and don't end it with a book. That's all.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
um,
that's what I call 8 Mile. They 8 Miled us. When I saw
yeah,
that, I thought it was an Eminem biopic, but it was about one time, a period in his life, and that's what this
yes,
was. I thought I was seeing a Bob Marley biopic, but it's
yeah.
really just about that music festival and the
right.
Yeah.
time
Right.
Yes.
Right.
around it.
Yes. And
Yeah.
maybe that's just me needing to manage my expectations, but I really wanted to see more about Marley. I wanted to see more of Rita. I'll say it again. Like show me the mindset of a woman who can take care of the man she loves, his outside kids. Just accept them
Who?
into her home and her bosom. Show me the mindset of that woman. And I don't think there was space made in this movie for that. But you're right. It was just for that period of time in his
Yeah,
life.
Yeah.
yeah.
What I didn't like about this movie was Idris Elba's character. He got on my nerves. I could have slapped him in his face a number of times. Um, just the way he was handling things, and I'm like, what was he trying to get from being in that church? I felt like it was something he was trying to gain, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I couldn't understand that part. I just didn't care for him. I didn't like his character, and I love Idris Elba, but he was not appealing or attractive in this movie. I was just ready for his ass
Oh,
to get locked up and get the fuck out.
I'm confused.
Because I don't
Um,
remember that part.
I what? Because I don't remember Idris
Oh, I
Elba
think
in
you
this
watched a
movie.
different movie.
Oh
Did
shit!
you watch a different movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
Oh.
Idris Elba was
Because I
not
was
in this
like,
movie.
what?
I was like, who? Because I did get in my phone a
oh,
little
he was
bit.
in this
I was
movie.
like,
What she does?
shit, did I miss Idris Elba
I
in
watched this shit twice. Two and a half times. I know I ain't seen it.
I wasn't gonna be the
Well,
one to
shit.
say it. I wasn't gonna be the
Yeah.
one.
what
Friend, you
you,
watched the movie. You
what
watched the
you
movie
must have
before
watched?
I watched this
You
No,
must have
movie.
watched. You must have
It was
watched
a
One
movie.
Hug. You watched One Hug.
No.
I fucking don't
No.
know. Go ahead.
It's called One Love. That's wow.
Is it one? Let's see what that is. With Idris Elba.
With
Yeah,
Idris Elba.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now we
he
got to
was
look it
like,
up.
It was two, but I thought the other one was just a documentary style. I saw two different One Loves.
I didn't.
I
Oh.
think
I never seen
I
that
didn't know
one.
what the other one was.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
gonna have to watch that.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that
yeah.
and see like how that compares to this.
Oh,
Cause
that
now I'm confused. Now I'm like,
and it,
what?
and it, and it got Kamani Marley in it.
Oh. Hmm.
Is this a Bob Marley thing? I'm a barber too.
It's about Bob Marley.
Let
Yeah,
me
that's
see.
what
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes,
I promise I saw two, but I was like, no, this
yes.
the
I
one
was
from
like, why nobody
2024.
else is agreeing with me on this one? Yes,
We were
That
confused.
one.
I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking. And I'm
this is
like,
what I
Listen,
watched
I
right
gotta
here.
say something because I don't know what you're talking about.
and
I
I'm glad
had
you
to.
did because it was not going to be me. All I could think is, I know at some
A
point
whole
towards
other
the end,
movie.
I got into
Y'all
my
go ahead.
phone a
Y'all
little
talk amongst
bit.
yourselves.
I was playing a little bit of Tetris, so he could have been in it, and I just missed it.
Well,
More than
damn, I can't
anything,
believe it.
I
Put
can
in the
see the
chat.
I
confusion
know.
in the eyes.
I know that when Idris Elba show up on the scene, I pay fucking
I'm
attention. So I know he wasn't in this movie. I know for
Okay,
couldn't
I was
fucking
like,
certain he was not in this movie.
that's why
I
I
Couldn't
was
was
have
so
starting
been.
to feel
confused. I
bad
was
about
like, why
me,
y'all
B, because
talking
I'm the
like
same
that?
way. I was starting to feel bad about me. I was
Yeah.
like,
and
how
he
did
was
He
I
so
can't
miss
show up without me
Idris?
looking
the
at him
thing
from head to
is
toe.
he had to
He
have a big
can't.
part because you was very like
Angry,
intense
Man,
about it.
serious.
Like you
yeah,
were serious. So
I
I was like,
was.
Yeah.
no, that can't be this. Okay.
Well,
So wait, hold on. I guess
back to
I
the
got sidetracked
back to
too.
the
I gotta
actual movie.
regroup a little bit.
Yeah, let me get back. Hold on.
It's crazy that they both named that. Anyway, go ahead.
I ain't even know about anyway. So I feel like I didn't know. I guess most religious groups are kind of persecuted. I didn't know like the Jamaicans or whatever happened in the country that they didn't like the Rastafarians. I didn't know that they were like being, you know,
I didn't either.
Persecuted, essentially.
persecuted in a way.
Yeah.
So that was, I learned some things with this movie. I thought that was good. And also I feel like the people tried to warn him. Like, remember when he was coming up to the yard in the first beginning? It didn't start when he was a child, when he was coming up in the house. And it was a whole bunch of people in and out, in and out. And the friend told him, man, there's too much traffic coming in and out of here. And
Yeah,
he
for
didn't
real.
listen. He was a little hard headed um,
Mm-hmm.
of a man. He wanted to be generous, but he was just, I feel like he had to learn to pay close attention to himself and
Yeah.
those around him. And he did. This showed that that evolution. Um, there were some parts that I was confused about. So remember, he got shot at the house,
Yeah.
and then he was on stage, right? He gotten bandaged up. Was this the same night, and then he went up on stage later, or was this time had passed? Because on stage, did he get shot at, or was somebody trying to shoot at him, or did he just have a flashback? I was confused about that little area.
And he didn't get shot at on stage. He was having a flashback on
Yeah.
stage. I don't think it was the same night either.
I
Like,
think
because
it
he was
was the
already
next.
bandaged up and
he was
everything.
still
It had
hurt.
to be the same night because Rita came straight from the hospital.
Yeah, but he was already visiting her in the hospital. He had slept in the hospital. Like,
Yes.
they
Oh, I
told
thought
him
it was
he had to
like
come. Yeah, they told him he got to leave because he only putting, her more in danger
by
for
being
being
there.
there with her.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
he had to go somewhere else. So it wasn't the same night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
And
it at least had to be the next night. According to Wikipedia, it
he
was
got
two
shot.
days before the concert that he got shot. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So that makes sense that Rita did have some time in the hospital when she
Yeah.
Hmm.
came. Okay. Not a
Hmm.
whole lot though, to be shot in the whole
Yeah. So
head. Um
okay.
With them
so
super
so
rounds.
were they at a Nazi bar when they went to England? When they went to the
Oh,
bar and the guy was on stage, they was telling black people in there and he was singing about white people.
I don't know.
Well,
But
I
I
don't
could
think
be
it was
wrong.
a Nazi bar, but it was a racist people bar.
I'm gonna
yeah.
say.
And over there, they real free with their
Hmm.
racism. Like,
Especially then. I
and
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
especially then.
Hmm.
Like, it's just it was the most commonest thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Um, so the audacity of him to question her about the man,
come on. Come on.
the
That was
audacity.
When they was in the party.
Yes, when they were at the
the
party.
it
Yeah.
was the negacity for me.
Yeah.
That was some
Yeah.
ignorance right there.
It
That was real
No.
ignorance.
really, how
I'm
dare you?
literally raising your outside children. Nah, you not. No, you're not
No, what?
listening to me.
Mm-mm.
Sir, no.
You can't question me.
No.
She got him all the way together.
Yeah, that
Yes, she
was
did.
Yeah,
real.
she got him all
That
the
was
way together.
real. That was real tender dick right there.
Mm.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
super
Not you
Tuesday.
jealous? What? Oh my God.
You can't be. I mean, you can be. Them your feelings to have, but don't
And
bring
wait
it
a
over here.
second. I got shot in the head and had to flee the country with our children and your children.
Mm.
And you gonna stand here and ask me about
But,
something?
but,
No.
stop,
Slap your face. I
She
slap
stop.
your
gave him
whole
all
face
her
off.
words, and she was right. Um, yeah. What didn't I like? That's it. Oh, one more thing, one more thing. His hair. Now listen. I feel like everybody's hair was good, but
That's it.
his hair wasn't. They didn't do a good job.
That was a
Uh-uh.
wig.
Yeah.
Towards the end,
It
I
got
feel like it
better.
got better as it grew out. It
Because
looked
it
more
was supposed to
natural.
get longer and stuff, as he
Right,
gets
I
older.
got it. And it
It,
wasn't even. Sometimes it wasn't even the ends. I was so concerned about it. People know how to put hair on now. It was
mhm.
given Tyler Perry to me.
A little
Oh,
bit.
okay, in the
Oh
beginning.
It
man.
was.
Say
It
that.
was. It didn't have to be that. I had a
Say
little pet
that.
peeve with his hair. I really did. And I have really enjoyed Kingsley in quite a few things. Pretty much everything I've seen him in. I don't know how I felt about his Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I felt like
yeah.
his accent was a little too light. It wasn't authentic to me.
It felt forced.
Okay.
It
Mm.
felt forced to me.
Yes.
Let's talk
Um,
about it.
Rita went right, like it
Okay.
clicked,
She
for me.
delivered.
The
She
act,
delivered.
like I don't know Rita personally, but you know what I mean. It felt authentic. I didn't get so much of that from
Mm.
him, fortunately.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
same. Um, and I feel like next to Lashonda Lynch, that happens to the best of people. Real quick, the Woman King, Viola Davis's African accent next to Lashonda Lynch's African accent was horrible.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
Kingsley,
we talked about that. That's
Kingsley's
true.
Jamaican accent next to Lashonda Lynch's Jamaican accent was
Mhm.
um just when you opposite her, she goes in. She goes in, and that's what I love about her. But yes, I it just made his accent more noticeably
Mhm.
on par. Also, I went into this thinking that this was going to be a Bob Marley biopic. I didn't go into this thinking that this was a one just about the
The
festival,
one love.
the One Love biopic. I was highly disappointed. I wanted more facts about the family, more facts about him and Rita's dynamic, more about the children, I suppose, like because a lot of his children have gone on to be their own phenomenal selves.
Oh yeah.
So, I just wanted more about the Marleys, and that was not this. So I was real sad about that. Also, do not be mad at me about this, but
Uh
the moment I saw executive producer Brad Pitt, that was it for me. I was just like, oh, that's the reason why I don't like this all the way.
Oh
And I'm
man.
sorry. Anytime I see Brad Pitt name in it, I always got a little bit of skepticism in me.
Oh.
Yeah.
So had I known Brad Pitt was a part of this going into it, I really would have been looking at it with the side eye. But
Oh,
And
no,
even I'm a fan of Brad Pitt, and I was even taken
not me,
aback by
not
the
me,
fact
B.
that
I'm
he.
not.
I know, I
oh.
know.
You don't like Brad
I
I
was
Rose?
don't. I don't
shocked.
like Brad Pitt at all.
Kendall, how do you not know this about me? As much as
Oh
we
yeah.
talked about,
I think I just had
okay,
a flashback.
okay. But yeah, the moment I see his name, all I could think is, oh, that's why this isn't all the way I want
For
it
you.
to be.
Well,
And that's
I,
all.
I
That's it.
appreciate his efforts. I appreciate. I'm glad that
I
he wanted
appreciate
to
what
bring
he
the
tried.
story. I'm glad he wanted to bring the story to us, but
Mm-hmm.
I
It was
can't
cute or
say that it
whatever.
was helpful that he produced
Mm-mm.
it.
Mm.
Nope, not at all.
Okay, One Love.
It
What
was.
are we giving One Love?
So Lashana Lynch. I love her so
Mm,
much.
mm.
Um, and this was good for what it was. It told a story for a specific period of time in Bob Marley's life. And I say give it a watch. It's a 3.5 for me.
So me myself, I'm gonna comment on the one I watched was which isn't the one they watched. Um,
I'm gonna watch it.
and it
You
was I gave it a three.
Definitely gonna watch it.
gave it a three.
I
Three.
gave it a three.
Watch it.
Totally forgot you were one.
Yeah. So
We just talking about this
also
shit.
watch the one with Idris Elba. You'll be pissed off like I was. Yes.
I'll watch it.
Recommendation
Watch
from
this
Tip the
shit
Bartender.
tonight.
Watch it.
Oh my goodness.
I'm ready to watch it. Okay. I enjoyed this movie. I watched
Oh,
it twice because I watched it and then I was like, oh, we gotta review this one.
oh.
Um, and then I watched it again. So I gave it a three. I think it is, just a good movie to watch. You sit down, you get your little smoke, and just watch this movie, and you'll learn something. You'll enjoy the music. it was a decent story. It's his life or whatever. It definitely could have been stretched out, but that wasn't the point.
Mhm.
Like we talked about. So, yeah, 3.
So I also enjoyed this movie. It did lull a few times for me throughout, but I really love Lashana Lynch. So anytime she hit the screen, I paid attention. Um, I appreciated the story for what it was. Again, I really could have used a little more in depthness about the family, but I gave it a 3.5. It was just wonderful to have that insight into the great and national treasure Bob Marley's life. So it was a 3.5 for me.
And there we go. One love. Bob Marley talking about when he threw the big festival. You get an outlook and an in look on the influence that he had, man, on not only Jamaica but literally the world. I
The
didn't like I
world.
knew he was big, but this gave me a little more insight on like
Respect.
how globally huge he was. And after I saw this, I went in a wormhole. I started watching a whole bunch of documentaries on YouTube and everything. One Love comes away with a solid 3 blunts, of course,
Did you see the
smoking
one with Idris
on
in
it.
it?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I did.
watch that one
Did you
too.
see the one that Tiffany saw?
That was
Yeah, watch
good.
that one too.
So watch both of them.
Watch
If
both
y'all
of them.
like Bob Marley,
Yeah.
watch both of them.
Because
Yeah.
that's the one I'm finna watch.
Vouch for. That's the one with Idris.
Y'all check it out.
Okay, okay. Make sure y'all watch One Love with Lashana Lynch and Kingsley Ben Idea. If I
Yeah.
said that right. And then also make sure
And
you watch
then
One Love with Idris Elba.
with Idris.
That's it.
Idris. However you say it. Yeah, he know his name better
What?
than me.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. So his
And,
name
and that's gonna do it on this episode of the Smoke Screen. Y'all catch us next Friday.
Bye, y'all.
is-
Bye.